Informal commands. What are commands? We use commands when we tell people to do or not to do certain things. A command can be affirmative, meaning you should do it, or negative, meaning you shouldn't do it. Spanish speakers use informal commands when addressing people as tú or vosotros. Tú commands. Affirmative tú commands have different forms than negative tú commands. Affirmative tú commands have the same form as third-person singular, él, ella, or usted, form of the present indicative. Hablar, habla, beber, bebe, vivir, vive. Estudia la lección. Study the lesson. Barre el piso. Sweep the floor. Pide una limonada. Order a lemonade. There are 8 irregular affirmative tú commands. Decir, di, hacer, haz, ir, ve, poner, pon, salir, sal, ser, sé, tener, ten, venir, ven. Haz la cama. Make the bed. Ven conmigo. Come with me. Ten cuidado. Be careful. Pon la mesa. Set the table. Negative tú commands have the same form as the second-person singular tú form of the present subjunctive. Start with the yo form of a verb in the present tense, drop the final o, and then add es for AR verbs and as for IR and ER verbs. No laves los platos. Don't wash the dishes. No comas las legumbres. Don't eat the vegetables. No sirvas vino. Don't serve wine. It is important to remember that verbs with irregular yo form conjugations in the present tense will have the same irregular stems in the negative tú command form. Infinitive, tener, yo form, tengo, drop the o, negative tú command, no tengas, hacer, yo form, hago, drop the o, negative tú command, no hagas, dormir, yo form, duermo, drop the o, negative tú command, no duermas, decir, yo form, digo, drop the o, negative tú command, no digas. There are several verbs that have irregular negative tú commands. Here are a few. Verb, dar, negative tú command, no des. Ir, no vayas. Saber, no sepas. Ser, no seas. Pronoun placement with tú commands. With affirmative tú commands, reflexive and object pronouns are attached to the end of the verb. With negative tú commands, reflexive and object pronouns are placed before the verb. Let's look at some examples. Háblale. Talk to her. No le hables. Don't talk to her. Cómpralo. Buy it. No lo compres. Don't buy it. Dúchate. Take a shower. No te duches. Don't take a shower. Mándaselo. Send it to him. No se lo mandes. Don't send it to him. Vosotros commands. Vosotros commands are used primarily in Spain, but it is important to know how to form them. Affirmative vosotros commands have different forms than negative vosotros commands. To form affirmative vosotros commands, drop the final R from the infinitive and add D. Hablad, speak. Comed, eat. Negative vosotros commands have the same form as the second-person plural vosotros form of the present subjunctive. Start with the yo form of a verb in the present tense, drop the final O, and then add EIS for AR verbs and AIS for IR and ER verbs. No habléis. Don't speak. No comáis. Don't eat. Here are a few frequently used irregular negative vosotros commands. Verb, dar. Negative vosotros command. No deis. Estar. No estéis. Ir. No vayáis. Ser. No seáis. Pronoun placement with vosotros commands. With affirmative vosotros commands, object pronouns are attached to the end of the verb. With negative vosotros commands, object pronouns are placed before the verb. Hacedlo. Do it. No lo hagáis. Don't do it. Habladle. Talk to her. No le habléis. Don't talk to her. Decídmelo. Tell it to me. No me lo digáis. Don't tell it to me. To form affirmative vosotros commands of reflexive verbs, drop the D from the command form and add the reflexive pronoun os. If the verb ends in IR, an accent is required over the last I of the form. Sentaos. Sit down. Divertíos. Have a good time. For negative vosotros commands of reflexive verbs, the reflexive pronoun precedes the verb. No os despertéis. Don't wake up. No os lavéis. Don't wash up.